Hey everyone, it's Paris. I'm back with another look at the PlayStation 5, and this time we're going to take a look at the PlayStation 5 user experience. So for this review, we're just going to kind of go over the dashboard, some of the features that are a part of the PlayStation 5 user experience. We will not be looking at the media tab. We'll look at that at a later date, but this is it. This is the PlayStation 5 dashboard, the user experience that you will see when you get your PlayStation 5 and fire it up for the first time. So since I've had the PlayStation 5 for, how long have I had it now? For a little over a week as the time I'm recording this. Been playing a lot of Spider-Man Miles Morales, been playing ASTRO's Playroom, and since this will be coming out at the time of Spider-Man Miles Morales, we can take a look at that. So let's just do a quick little tour of the dashboard, and I'll kind of give you an overview as we go through this. So here's Bug Snacks, which I cannot talk about right now, so we'll just keep it moving. And here we go with Spider-Man Miles Morales. If I scroll down here, I could hit play and start playing. Here you go, some of the official news, videos, some of that. Let me see if I go down. Yep. That there. And then we come over to the media gallery. I'll just open it really quick. You can just see some of the save files that I have here, and I will get out of this quickly so I don't spoil anything. And then here's Astro's Playroom. Again, you can hit play, go down here. This just kind of shows you some of the activities that I've done so far in Astro's Playroom. We'll come back to that. Here's the Share Factory Studio, pretty self-explanatory. PlayStation Plus tab. I don't have my sub up yet. I need to resub up to PlayStation Plus. And then PlayStation Now. I don't have a subscription to that either, but all this is pretty self-explanatory and very similar to what you would have seen on the PlayStation 4. Then this is Remote Play. If we want to set that up, not available right now during the review period. And here's the game library. So you can see all the games that I currently own. Current PlayStation 5 games that I have, and then we start to go into the back catalog of the PlayStation 4, just on down the list. I won't bore you with everything, but that's the basics of the dashboard. Now, let's go over to Spider-Man. Actually, let's go to Astro's Playroom first. Let's kind of take a look at how quickly some of this stuff can load up. Go ahead and hit play here, and here we go. As you can see, loading up PlayStation Studios. And here we go, Astro's Playroom. And I could just hit continue and boom. I am in, ready to go. So I will go ahead and exit out of this. Oh, wants me to do that. All right, let me exit out of that and go home. So now let's scroll over. Actually, let's look at the resume on that. So now that I'm out of that, let's just go back to Astro's Playroom and boom, it's going to bring me right back to where I was. And as you can see again, it'll show you just some of the activity features, things I've already completed, percentage, complete other things. And let's go back to home. Now, Spider-Man. Let's go to Spider-Man Miles Morales. Let's go ahead and fire that one up. Once again, loading, bring up PlayStation Studios logo. INSOMNIAC Games, and make sure you check out my Spider-Man Miles Morales review, which will be out at the same exact time as this video if you've not seen it. Go with the Marvel logo. And boom, here we are. We are in Spider-Man Miles Morales. I will hit the start button on that, and let's go to continue here.
Okay, I gotta do it.
And there we go.
Cough in.
So like I said, I'll have a full review for Spider-Man out by the time you guys actually watch this. But this is loading into it pretty quick, pretty good. So let's go ahead and exit out of this, and then you can just see some of my percentage. I don't want to spoil anything, so I will get out of that. And that's Spider-Man. So let's go back to Spider-Man And you can see again, now it's bringing up just some of the things in here. And let's hit play on that again. And boom, brings me right back into it. I will go back out again. Let's go home. Let's bring up ASTRO again. And as you can see, it did not keep my progress from ASTRO's Playroom. I'm going to have to load it up again, but you can see the load times on this pretty quick. Doesn't take long at all to actually get back into the action here. So here we go again with ASTRO. And there we go. And I will press any button and we are back in again. And here we go. All right. And I don't want to spoil any of that. So then you can see down here when I hit the home button here, it is bringing me to the switcher. Obviously, I can switch to that. Notifications, music here, sound features, the mic, obviously power. And let's actually go back home and let's take a look at the settings now. So let's go up here. We'll skip the media tab and let's go into settings. Pretty straightforward stuff here. You're going to see your network, your user accounts, your parental controls, system, storage. I'm sure people want to see the storage on here, so you can see right here with the storage, just things that I've been doing on the system so far. With the OS and everything installed, it is 825 gigabytes and there is 667.2 gigabytes of usable storage on here. See, I still have 571 of space, how much games been taken, the media library, won't talk about that right now, my saved data, and the infamous other tab. So there we go. Then extended storage, which is not available yet. So go out of here, and then here's sound. I have a microphone, or excuse me, not a microphone. I have a headset on here. I have the Pulse, the 3D headphones, which is not connected right now, but you can see, you know, the microphone input is for the controller. You can adjust the levels on here. Go to the audio output. Right now it's going to HDMI. If I turned on the headphone, and let me turn that on. See how that works here. Give me one sec. And I am turning on my Pulse 3D headset. And boom, there it is. It recognizes it. So now I have a wireless headset there. And then I have all the audio going here. And then here's where you can enable 3D audio. So since I have that 3D, the Pulse 3D headset, I can disable that or obviously enable it. Playing a game like Spider-Man's Miles Morales, which does take advantage of this. The sound has been pretty incredible. And you can actually adjust the audio profile. I've messed around with this a little bit, but I've just left it at the default. That seems from my ears to be the best setting. And like I said, sound reproduction so far has been fantastic. So let's go out of that. And then down here, just general tab, you know, your sound effects, you turn them on, turn them off. Home screen music, I can turn that off. And I'm going to turn that headset back off here. So got that. And I can turn back on, as you can see, sound effects, obviously your audio formats, PCM, Dolby, DTS, etc. And then we go here to the volume, controller speaker. You can obviously adjust that. If I had headphones in, you could adjust those. Here's the screen in the video. So you can see my video output information. I am at 4K, 3840 by 2160 at 60 hertz. I am displaying this through a monitor that is capable of doing 4K and 120 hertz. It has HDMI 2.1 port on it, but the PlayStation 5 just natively is outputting at 60 hertz. Obviously, if I had a game that did 120, it would be capable of it. Since I'm capturing right now, you can see I have HDCP off. I turn that on. Again, that would be more for media stuff, which we're not talking about today. And because I'm capturing, HDR is not supported, but this would be enabled if I had didn't have this going through a capture card right now. So let's go out of that. And then you can look at the video transfer rate. I just leave it at automatic. Obviously HDR, again, like I said, can't change that. Same with the deep color output because I am running this through a capture card right now. And obviously you can adjust your screen over here. Inactive 15 minutes. Obviously these are more media things for Blu-ray. We'll get out of that. Obviously this is your accessories tab. As you can imagine, Bluetooth, your controllers, the media remote, keyboard, mouse, camera. These are all accessories I do have, and when I get into the full review for the PlayStation 5, I'll talk about some of these things more in depth. And oops, actually, let's go back to that. So the controller. So obviously you can see here again, volume speaker for the controller, the vibration. This is the DualSense controller. You can talk about the vibration, strong, and I just leave everything at standard here. It seems to work for me. The trigger effect intensity, this is the adaptive triggers, brightness of the controls. I've just left, like I said, everything standard. Obviously, I'm using Bluetooth for the communication on that. So let's go ahead and get out of that. Obviously, save games. These are notifications here. I'm allowing everything, so I get notifications while I'm playing. Obviously, I don't want anybody to see what I'm doing while I'm in the preview thing, so I have all my friend stuff turned off on the privacy for that. And then this is here with captures, and then shortcuts for the create button. Like I said, I just have everything here standard right now. 30 seconds for the length of a recent gameplay clip as well. And then screenshot format, doing JPEG, video clip format. So now this one is interesting. So I have it right now at 1080p. And then it's using a most common file format of MP4. I could switch it to WebM, which I will here, which will then allow me to switch my captures to 4K. Just some of the testing I've been doing right now. It was just easier for me to capture it in 1080p. So I was doing it that way, but I will also test out capturing things in 4K as well, and then just converting it. And then obviously you can see the mic audio settings and the party audio settings here as well. And then here again with broadcast, 1080p, 30 frames. You can adjust the audio here. If you want to include the voice chat audio, camera, overlays, all this is available. These are things, obviously, when the full review comes out and we have more flexibility and more things are available, we can review those. And then trophies, just save your trophy screenshots, and save the trophy videos and the duration of that video. You can change that 15 or 30 seconds. I just leave it at 15 seconds. Seems good enough. And I think that is about it for the settings menu of the PlayStation 5 dashboard. And this is pretty much it. We're not going to look at the PlayStation Store today. That'll be during the full review, but this is pretty much it. Very snappy, very speedy, definitely is taking advantage of the power of the PlayStation 5. Like I said, the load times on these games are pretty quick. No issues there at all. Here we'll just load up Spider-Man Miles Morales again as I'm talking, but it's really good. I'm very impressed with this. I like the direct approach of what they're doing with this. It's just simple. It's not overcomplicated. You know how to get your games. You can navigate the tab. It's obviously very similar to what they did with the PlayStation 4, but it's good. It's very solid. I'm pretty impressed with this so far. And just overall with the PlayStation 5, we'll obviously get into this more in depth when we get into the full review of this, but so far so good. I've had a really good experience with this as I navigate through playing Spider-Man's Miles Morales, and obviously you still have Bug Snacks. I'll talk about that at a later date as well, and ASTRO's Playroom. I'll talk about that in a full review soon as well, but by the time you're actually looking at this, I should have my full review up for Spider-Man and Miles Morales, so you can actually see what I think of the game completely. But until then, this is the PlayStation 5 user experience. Like I said, we will have a full PlayStation 5 hardware review coming soon. Obviously, more games are on the way as well, but so far so good. I am definitely impressed with this. This has been a great experience so far, and I think you guys are really going to enjoy it. So until the next video, I want to thank you guys for checking this out. Like, sub on the channel, I really appreciate it, and leave a comment and let me know what you think. But this has been the PlayStation 5 user experience. I am Paris. I will see you on the next one.